This is Conan on Xbox. What? I thought I should start with the character creator to kind of show it off. So we're just kind of customizing the face. We did the gender and the race and religion. Do some hair. Oh, we got all these different hair types. And then we're going to actually talk about the game stuff, but I just want to show off the character creator. I mean, so far it looks alright. The side braids are kind of weird looking. I mean, this looks alright. There we go. That's the wild hair we've been looking for. I mean, this is Conan. We gotta look wild. Eyebrows? Who cares about eyebrows? I mean, people are gonna be killing each other and we're caring about eyebrows? Cosmetics, what? I don't notice the difference in any of these. There we go. Let's get the green looking in there, because we're crazy as hell. And as you can see, you can customize like the jaw, the cheeks. Can you go back? It doesn't really seem to let you go back. Previous. Nope. And you can change the eyes. There's all these different options. Green, because we're crazy like that, right? You can't actually go back. That's kind of funny. I guess this is because it's early access. Let's make her a little bit taller, I guess. Nudity. Partial. Gasp. OMG. Only the Europeans are allowed nudity, which is terrible, but whatever. I'm not seeing how this is changing anything at all. Whoa! Just kidding, that looked weird. I'm not seeing how the physicality is changing. Finalize the character. Sure, yeah, whatever. Who cares? Misty voids and gulfs and unlit oceans. During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was exiled, crucified, and left to die for crimes they may not have committed. But death comes back. Cool. So for those unfamiliar with Conan, it is an old movie from back in the day. That I guess they might be redoing at some point. Is this guy, he's dead? And it is a early access survival game. What? And basically it's available on PC and now Xbox One. So this is the Xbox One version. As you can see, you need to survive using various elements. There's your health, your like kind of liquid. You gotta be fed. You gotta drink. You gotta get your XP going. Apparently there's... does it have that silly thing where it's like every time you move you're like full on running? Let's see. It totally does. Okay. And you can switch in and out of third person by clicking up on the D-pad. There's only partial nudity in this in the United States, Canada, North America, but in Europe they have the full version. So it's a little bit weird that why are her hands so large? That's creepy. It's a little bit weird that that's the case, but it's what do you do? Visually, I think it doesn't look too bad. It's definitely a downgrade from the PC version, for sure. But on a console, on the base console, it's not bad at all. We'll definitely be seeing this getting some sort of improvement on the Xbox One X visually and gameplay-wise. Gargoyle. So, as you can see, everything's still being worked on. Visuals, clipping. The sky, the clouds move, which is a nice touch. It still features the entire open world. So far, it's running very smoothly, I want to say. Like, I'm not really noticing too many hitches. And the server's seemed to be, for the most part, absolutely fine, because when the PC version launched, it was kind of a nightmare. Of course my throat's dry, I'm in the middle of the goddamn desert. So yeah, there's like, you know, a full combat system, you got a wheel, and being a survival game, you can work on crafting and unlocking and learning better things over time. Here's the character information. There's clans. You can build structures such as houses. It feels very much like Ark for those that have played Ark. Trying to like figure out the kind of middle there. Next group, there we go, and then we can level up. Vitality is obviously health, and then we can craft items using what we find in wilderness. But first we have to get to a certain kind of oasis type area, so we're not in the middle of the dead desert. In this game, being survival, aside from creatures trying to kill you, you know, just creatures in the wilderness, other humans, depending on your thing, there's PvE and there's PvP. Other humans will try to kill you as well, and they'd be savage, you know, basically. They go in groups. I've seen all kinds of mentalities like that coming from the PC version of the game. But still, you know, for the most part, this is running fine. We're in a 40-player server right now, and I'm not really noticing too many issues. The game seems to have itself really well set on the console as far as view distance. This is very impressive. I'm not really noticing anything like popping in and out in the distance. The shrubbery looks alright. I mean, I definitely would like the visuals to be upped a bit, but for what this game is, as far as size and scale, it's not too bad. So we are seeing a little bit of things kind of popping in on the side. And being an early access game, it's obviously going to have changes and tweaks over time to make it more impressive. Sorry about the long journey, but I mean, that's just how it is. You start out in the middle of the desert, and you make your way into a nice oasis area. There's also a sort of kind of like system here we can do. Shake fist, you know, stuff like that. And this is all from the D-pad. There's also like a Exile's Journey, you know, it's got chapters, things to accomplish. And there is a full map as well. As you can see, is a very expansive area. And I also believe that the new area, at least in this game, includes a kind of frozen kind of land too. You can also place icons down, and the game keeps trying to tell me that I need to go and drink some water, which is what I'm going to go and do as I move over here. So why is the ready stance? I get it, I'm thirsty. I like how B is a back tactical roll, that's nice. It's like the bumper is the punch, real meal is the other bumper, the left one. An uppercut, so there's actually some dynamics to the combat. Let's see, pick up this. No. So we're overheating, so we're desperately going to try to get to the water. Jeez. I am really taking damage here. Anyways, we are basically dying because I guess I didn't get to the ocean fast enough. I've just been too busy chatting. Come on, I was right there! Come on! I know you gotta build a bed to respawn. Oh my god, that's just... See, that's what I get for messing around, not like paying attention and chatting about it. Cool, well, we made it to the water this time, because I'm paying attention and actually surviving. What? You can swim too, there's an underwater area. And... you've got to be kidding me. Anyways, well, there goes that idea. This is the kind of PvP you can expect, as people just like to fight each other for no reason here. Like, I just literally walked up to this beach and this guy's all up on me here. I think I'm punching him pretty good considering he's got like a stick and he's killing me. So the blood needs a bit of work. Look at that. It's like... Alright, we're back finally in this. There's definitely something wrong here. I think this is the spawning point or something. Yeah, so I spent about 20 minutes trying to load back into a game, to which I accidentally put a ponytail on because you can't go back in the character creator. I don't know if these guys are dying or if they're just glitched or what's happening here. I am kicking the shit out of them. But yeah, it's definitely like really buggy server-wise. Definitely some crashes, because after I went to respawn that last time, I crashed right out of the game. But I mean, it's early access, so it tends to happen. These guys aren't dying. I don't know if they're just glitched or what's going on, but we need to go get some water in that. And I want to show off more of the natural environments aside from just walking through the desert. Let's roll. But I mean, performance-wise, it's actually not that bad. Let this stamina charge up a bit. You know, compared to the other survival games I've seen, and being on the preview, it will definitely change over time. You go and you collect items too on the ground, as mentioned before, and you use these for crafting. But we are trying to get over to the water area before we die. As you can see, while I'm grabbing stuff on the way there. Cool, we're by the ocean. And we're gonna swim across. And now we've got our drink fully done. Eventually you get like something you can hold, you know, the water and stuff in. Let's collect some items, I guess. We'll get some rocks, and then we'll begin crafting on here. Like I mentioned, there are creatures and such that you come across. I saw some turtles in that earlier, so hopefully we see something similar that's not too deadly. And like before, just switch over here and then level up. Usually do vitality and a bit of strength so I can fight people better. Learn recipes. In the recipe thing, we're definitely going to need a stone pick, but that is already unlocked. So we can actually get some better things here, and as you can see, by unlocking some things, it makes later game items available, and you can make all kinds of cool later crap like mammoth trophies and stuff. But these are for like the higher levels. We're basically just a low level, and I don't think I'm even gonna survive with this character at some point, mainly due to the fact of the way that the servers are set up at this current point. But we'll see what happens, you know. Cool, so we've got some items. Nice how you can just switch over there, it's not too difficult. We need some more rocks and some more twigs. And we just simply, you know, go over and press the X to collect items. I like to do the third person angle, I know, get something to look at, instead of just the weird first person. But first person's fine if that's your thing. It's probably better for fighting too, I would imagine, but you can't really watch your back in first person. Gotta find some rocks here. At least it's safer now. And yet again, the draw distance is actually really good, and performance-wise, it's really not that bad. It's just super buggy menu-wise, getting into games and servers. So maybe the single-player / co-op option might be better if you want to jump in right away. But you are losing out on the thrill of kind of fighting others online, which is a big part of the experience. And if you didn't know, you can make beds so that you can sleep, and fires to stay warm, because you need those. Looking for some rocks. Gotta be some rocks here. Fat grub. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, we're still looking for rocks. Apparently there are no rocks on this island area. But we should probably eat something too, right? Yum, 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 yum. Sometimes maggots are what it takes. And as you can see, you know, you gotta watch out for the food bar and their stamina and your health. And it's got all the aspects that one would kind of expect out of a survival game. There's so many these days, and they're all like a little bit different, but at their core, you know, you gotta have the important structures that people are looking for. Let's cool down again. Don't want to burn to death. And we need to find a rock, which is strangely hard to do. There we go. Getting some fiber. I don't want the fiber, I want the rock. Give me the rock. These rocks are too big. Alright, let's see how we're doing here. Usually they would do the back button. Would be kind of the information menu and stuff. And we don't have enough twigs now, which is funny. Because I was looking for rocks everywhere. Twigs. Ah, punch this tree out. Because it's not like Ark where you just like punch out a tree. Or like Minecraft where you punch in the wood. Fat grub. Cool. Well, at least they added something nice like that so you could eat it. And you got lots of the fiber. We don't need fiber. We need twigs. So I can make this item. I feel like I look like a complete idiot here trying to do this. I'm just not seeing them particularly show up. Grab more stone because you're going to need that for more items. Here we go. There's some twigs. I guess they're more on the beach here. Don't want to stand out in the heat too long though because we will die. Especially with this pale weird skin. She looks kind of like a monster. Like I said, like a lot of the things on the process bar got skipped when I was making this character and I wanted to go a little bit faster. And the grass looks a bit strange from this angle. Can't be the only one thinking that. Craft. And you can actually craft multiple items if you need to. And we're going to get our picks here. It's got to be processed. And now we have a tool, which I'm not seeing in the inventory. Okay. Shouldn't that be in the inventory? No? I guess the game has an issue with crafting too? This is kind of super buggy. Like, I mean, I wasn't expecting a perfect game in early access, but one that functioned a little bit better. Like, I'm not blind, it's not there. You know, I need to get some more stones. Come on, stone, work with me here. I'm gonna make this tool. But, I mean, I'm a mix of impressed and excited to play this with people, like friends. I think it'll be really cool with. But on the other hand, it's like, it definitely, it needs some work at this current point. But I think it's going to be a really great game, you know, because they've been doing a good job of supporting it with additional content and changing things, at least on the Steam front of that. And I imagine we're going to see some similar support on the Xbox side as well, because I mean, Xbox has been getting some really good online multiplayer games. That's right, console, I know you are. Which is generally what they thrive at doing, are these online ones. So we're definitely going to continue to see that, I imagine, in the future. Where are the damn fucking stones? How many stones do I need? There we go. I guess I gotta wait and grab it, or... Alright, okay. So for crafting, because I figured this out and I had to play around with it. So when you craft something, like we're crafting here, it won't actually show up in your inventory, it looks like, or it might be glitched and it's supposed to. When I originally played, it did. it's going to actually pop up in the radial menu. See how it takes the items, doesn't give you anything. You'd be like, oh, why isn't it over there? It's actually here. Then you pull it out and you get your weapon. Or your tool or whatever. And you can smash rocks. Wow, that looks so cool. I will, however, mention that sometimes it is still a glitch. And even though I put it in my hand from the menu, it actually just vanished. So I don't know if it's just a bug of why it doesn't show up in your inventory, or that's just how they've changed it now. But that is items and kind of using them. I should also go into other details, I guess, as far as what the game includes. There's mystical elements, you know, kind of magic, sorcery, and you sort of kind of unlock these over time. You build up your skills, and you can do all sorts of little sacrifice type things and stuff like that. There's definitely a lot to it, and there's a lot of content available if you want to sit there and work through this version of it and kind of group up together. And I was got some performance issues there. There it is. There's a creature. Just wanted to show it off. No, that's not a creature. I'm a dumbass. That's a rock. And these are my current thoughts on Conan Xbox One. It's in game preview. It will change. It will improve. It's kind of disappointing about the nudity aspect and how that's only for Europe. But I mean, you still get a fine version and partial nudity in North America. If you have any questions, let me know.